Hello everybody, welcome to week 11. The semester is flying by. Man, I'm telling you, it's going by in a hurry this semester. This week what I want to talk to you about is our trial schedule assignment. And one of the reasons this assignment is so important to me is that you can use it, one, to help you out in this class, and then secondly, you can also use it for actual registration, because the registration is coming up. So, as you complete this assignment, I want you to be doing it with spring 2012, your planning in mind. November the 4th, which is next week, actually, it's Friday of next week, the registration will open, but only via WebAdvisor. So what you would have to have done is to have met with your advisor by that point, so that advisor can enter a code into the class so that you can register using WebAdvisor. Many of you mentioned in our discussion board that you liked using WebAdvisor. It was a really user-friendly method to register. So if you do, hey, make sure you meet with your advisor, sometime early next week, so you'll be one of the first ones on board. So some other folks had also mentioned that it took them so long to register, and the lines and the courses were full. If you get in here on November the 4th, you almost can be guaranteed, you'll get your pick of courses. They won't be full then, but you've got to meet with your advisor beforehand. That's the key. All right, so let's go into our assignments. Okay, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what we're going to do this week. It's not a difficult assignment, but for those of you who may not be overly familiar with setting up a schedule, you may have a little bit of a challenge with it, and I want to kind of go over the instructions with you. Okay, so the first thing I give you, it says, read this first. Read this first. That's not it. Let's click on this. So when this comes up, this is about completing a trial schedule. Okay. And it says here, one of the tasks that you'll be expected to do before registration is to complete a trial schedule. Okay. Registration is the time we use to enroll students in the courses they will need. I want you to read this. It talks about placement tests and what scores you need and all that stuff for each class. It talks about prerequisites and co-requisites. I'm not going to read it all to you. But what I am going to do is I'm going to introduce you to the trial schedule. If you haven't seen it, there's a file attached to this week's assignments that you can pull up and see a trial schedule in a Word format. And this is what you're going to be completing. The thing's going to be important to us is entering your student ID number in the blank, entering your name, your advisor number, your advisor name. You should know who your advisor is. You should know what your major is. You should know what semester this is. And then your telephone number. So to complete the trial schedule, what we really need to know is, well, what course or what courses do I need to take in the upcoming semester? Now that's really where the key is, and this comes from the catalog. If I'm in the business administration program, well, I can see that all this stuff is a recommended track. All these courses are. Okay, so what that's saying is I don't necessarily have to take ACA 111 in the fall semester of my first year. I don't necessarily have to take English 111 in the fall semester. I can take it in the spring. There's some courses, sometimes like Business 121, Business Math, it's only offered in the spring. It's not offered in the fall. So we've got to be aware, and this is one reason we meet with our advisor. We've got to know when courses meet and can I pick that up for spring or fall? For the most part, your Englishes, your Maths, they're taught every single semester. But sometimes your core courses like Business 110, Business 115, Business 121, those business courses are only taught during the semester they're listed. So that's really important when you're getting down to figuring out what you need to take. Some of you may have questions about what you need to take, and it's a good time to meet with your advisor. It really is, if you have questions about that stuff. So going back to my assignment page, let me see if I can move this thing back up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to look at the catalog. Okay, we talked about business administration. Right, but let's say for kicks here that I maybe want to register in another program. Okay, well, I'm going to scroll on down, and let's just say Some of y'all are medical office, right? So I'll tell you one quick way to get there. I can just type in medical right here, and it takes me to medical laboratory technology. Let's see if we can find medical office administration. There you go. Okay, so this is your suggested track. All these courses right here. So you can pull up your transcript on WebAdvisor. We looked at that earlier in the semester if you want to know what courses you've already taken. But right now, let's just say, I see spring semester's coming up. I see I need to take these courses. Okay? I need to meet with my advisor and talk to him or her to make sure they allow me to register myself. But let's just say for kicks here, let's say I want to take Business 110, Intro to Business. That's a course I really want to get in the spring. Well, great. Now I need to find out when the heck is it offered, right? Well, that's where the schedule comes in handy. So as I go back, I'm going to go here and go to the Spring 2012 course schedule. This may be difficult to see. Let me blow it up a little bit. It was 110 we were looking for, right? Business 110. That's what I wanted to take more than anything. I'm so excited about Business 110, I can hardly contain myself. So as I look at 110, I noticed here that this class, and this is my course schedule, it's taught on Tuesday and Thursday night from 6 to 7:20. That's section 10A. And then it's also taught 1D1, it's taught completely online. So we got to ask ourselves, do I want to take it online or do I want to take it in the classroom? And if I decide, hey, I want to take this thing in the classroom, okay, doggone it, I want to take it in the classroom. I just love the classroom. I don't want to be online. My ACA class is pretty fun online, but you know what? I just don't think any other class could possibly compare with that one. So I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's pull up the, don't tell all the teachers I said that. I'm just kidding, even though I know you love the class. All right, so this is your trial schedule. And your name is not Jane Jill Doe, probably, but I'm just using that for an example in how to fill out the top of this form. I put in an advisor, your student ID number, your major. In this case, we're medical office administration, right? So let me change this. Still an associate in applied science, but medical office administration. I'm filling this out for spring 2012. Well, what I need to put on this trial schedule is my course number. Well, I want to take Business 110. What section? I want to take it online. I like it online. It's wonderful. The course title, so that's section 1D1. The course title is Introduction to Business. I've met my prereqs. How do I know what those prereqs are? Well, we'll talk about that in just a second. Okay, the days it meets. It meets Tuesday and Thursday from 6 o'clock p.m. Well, I just put a 6 in there. 6 to 7:20 p.m. Hey, now I've got it set up. I got that course. Let's move on to the next one. So you kind of go through there and you find your next course. You figure out where you want to take it. One thing that bears repeating, though, with this schedule is this. I want you to notice that when you get a course like this, it says Business 137, for example. Might not be a good example. Let me find us another one. Here you go. Cosmetology, folks. Okay? When you see this course, Cosmetology 112, Section 101, and you see all this stuff listed under 101, you don't pick and choose from this stuff. This class meets during these times. So if I sign up for 101, I need to be here during all of these times. Not that one, but all of these times right here. So all of that goes with that one section of Cosmetology 112. This one, you see it's only one line. I got to be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 8 to 8:50. But in this class, once I sign up for this one, I got to come Monday and Wednesday from 9 to 12, from 9 to 11:50. I got to come back from 12:30 to 1:20. I've got to come on Tuesday and Thursday from 9 to 11:50. I've got to come here from 12:30 to 2:20. You get the idea. You got to come to all those if you sign up for that section. So make sure you understand that. Okay, last thing we talked about, prerequisites. How do I know? Well, we're going back to our trusted catalog friend here. And I'm going to pull him up. And what I want to do here is I want to say, well, let me go on down here and check out that Business 110. Have I met the prerequisites? Let's see. Scrolling. Let's see if I can get back to business. I went too far now. Sorry, y'all, bear with me. It's midweek here for me. It's Wednesday. I don't know what day y'all are watching this on, but there it is. Intro to Business, English 95 and English 95A. So as long as I have passed that course or placed out of it, I've met the prerequisites for Introduction to Business. Wonderful, right? Wonderful. It also gives you a course description. That's in the back of your catalog. So when you pull that catalog up, you can read about any course we offer, make your decisions. Read through the instructions this week. Make sure you've done that. If you got any questions, I've got a discussion board there. You can look at it. But I really want you guys to really take the reins here. Take control of your education and say, I know what I need to take next semester. I need to meet with my advisor to find out, I need to meet with my advisor for one to talk about, some courses that may not be offered every semester. But for the most part, I know that when I finish all the courses in my program of study, I'm going to graduate. So if my program of study in this case is business administration, once I finish all these courses, I'm going to graduate. It's my responsibility to make sure I'm taking those courses. Not your advisors, but your responsibility to make sure that you're completing these courses in the time that it's going to take you to graduate. So with that being said, I'm going to leave this to y'all to start going through. Again, questions in the discussion board. I'll make sure that I'm doing a good job of keeping up and answering them as quickly as I possibly can. I say usually within 12 hours I've got you an answer. Hopefully I'll be a little faster. It just depends on what time of day you ask it. But good luck to everybody. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.